What if real success isn't about status, wealth, or recognition, but about aligning your life with your soul's purpose? What if true power doesn't come from control, but from love, compassion, and awareness? That's the message at the heart of The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav, a spiritual classic that invites you to awaken, evolve, and live from the deepest part of who you are. Zukav's groundbreaking insight is simple yet profound. For most of human history, we've been evolving through the external world through physical power, control, and survival. But now, humanity is entering a new phase of evolution, one based on the inner world. It's not about changing the outer circumstances of life, but transforming the consciousness that experiences them. The first major lesson from The Seat of the Soul is authentic power versus external power. Zukav explains that most people seek external power, the ability to control people, events, or outcomes. This kind of power is based on fear, competition, and dominance. It's fragile because it depends on things outside of us. When we lose that control, we feel powerless. But authentic power is completely different. It comes from the alignment of your personality, your thoughts, choices, and actions with your soul. When you act from your soul's wisdom, your life becomes grounded in love, purpose, and integrity. You stop trying to control the world, and instead, you learn to master yourself. The second lesson is the evolution of the soul. Zukav teaches that we are all multi-sensory beings, not just physical bodies, but spiritual beings having human experiences. The evolution of the soul is about moving from fear to love, from ego to essence, from reaction to awareness. He writes, "Every action, thought, and feeling is motivated by either love or fear. The soul's journey is to become aware of which one is guiding you in each moment. When fear drives your actions, you create pain and conflict. When love guides you, you create harmony and healing." The third lesson is karma, the law of cause and effect. Zukav redefines karma not as punishment or reward, but as a natural process of learning. Every thought and action sends energy into the universe, and that energy returns to you in some form. Karma is simply the echo of your choices. If you act from fear, jealousy, or anger, you create suffering. If you act from love, compassion, and integrity, you create peace. The purpose of karma isn't to punish, but to teach. Life gives you repeated experiences, not to hurt you, but to help you grow. The fourth lesson is intention is the key to creation. Zukav says that every action is powered by an intention, a reason behind what you do. Your intentions are the seeds of your reality. Two people can perform the same action, but with different intentions, one rooted in love, the other in fear, and create completely different outcomes. When you align your intentions with your soul's purpose, you begin to live consciously. You stop reacting and start creating. Ask yourself, before every decision, what is my true intention? Am I acting out of fear or from love? The fifth lesson is choice and responsibility. Zukav reminds us that we are not victims of fate. We are creators of our experiences. Every moment offers a choice to act from ego or from soul. Responsibility means owning your power as a conscious creator. When something painful happens, it's easy to blame others. But Zukav invites us to see those moments as opportunities to grow. He says, when you choose the energy of love, even in the face of pain, you align yourself with your soul and transform karma into wisdom. The sixth lesson is the personality and the soul. The personality is the part of you that interacts with the world, your habits, emotions, and patterns. The soul is your timeless, essence-wise, compassionate, and eternal. Most suffering occurs when the personality and soul are out of alignment, when the personality acts out of fear instead of love. When they align, your life becomes peaceful and purposeful. You feel guided instead of lost. You move through life with clarity and grace, trusting the inner voice of your soul. The seventh lesson is emotional awareness, the language of the soul. Zukav calls emotions the soul's guidance system. Every emotion tells you whether your personality is aligned with your soul. When you feel peace, joy, and love, your soul is saying, yes, this is the right path. When you feel anger, jealousy, or guilt, your soul is signaling that you've stepped out of alignment. Instead of avoiding painful emotions, listen to them. They're not punishments, they're feedback. The moment you recognize your emotions as messages, you begin to live consciously. The eighth lesson is intuition, the voice of the soul. Zukav describes intuition as your soul's way of communicating. It's that quiet knowing that comes without logic, the gentle nudge that feels true, even when you can't explain it. When you learn to trust intuition over fear or analysis, your decisions become effortless. You no longer need to control outcomes. You simply follow the flow of wisdom that arises within. Intuition connects you to a deeper intelligence, the guidance of your soul. The ninth lesson is relationships as mirrors. According to Zukav, relationships are not random, they are spiritual classrooms. Every person who enters your life reflects something about you. The traits that trigger you in others are often the very lessons your soul wants you to learn. Instead of trying to change other people, use your relationships as mirrors. Ask yourself, what is this person showing me about myself? When you approach relationships this way, every connection becomes sacred, an opportunity to grow in love, patience, and understanding. The 10th lesson is the power of love. Love, Zukav says, is not an emotion, it's the energy of the soul itself. It is the force that unites all life. Fear separates, love connects. When you act from love, you align with the creative force of the universe. Love transforms everything it touches. It dissolves fear, heals wounds, and brings meaning to every experience. The more you act from love, the more you live from your soul. The 11th lesson is the new consciousness. Zukav believes humanity is undergoing a spiritual shift from a 5-sensory species to a multisensory one. This means we are beginning to sense energy, intuition, and connection beyond the physical world. The new consciousness is about moving from survival to purpose, from competition to cooperation, from fear to love. Each of us plays a part in this collective evolution. As you align your life with your soul, you contribute to the awakening of the world. The 12th and final lesson is living from the seat of the soul. When you live from the seat of the soul, you stop seeking power outside yourself. You no longer need validation, control, or approval. You act from love, guided by inner wisdom. You see life not as random events, but as a sacred journey of learning and awakening. Zukav writes, when the personality comes fully to serve the energy of its soul, that is authentic empowerment. This is the true meaning of freedom, to live in harmony with your soul's purpose. So how do you apply the seat of the soul in your own life? Begin by noticing your intentions. Ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from love? When emotions arise, listen to them without judgment. Trust your intuition. Treat relationships as mirrors. And above all, choose love again and again. In time, your life will begin to shift. You'll experience more peace, more clarity, and a sense of connection that transcends fear. You'll realize that power doesn't come from controlling life. It comes from aligning with your soul's wisdom and flowing with life. The big takeaway from the seat of the soul is this: authentic power comes from within. It's not about domination or success in the outer world, but mastery of the inner world. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions serve your soul, you become a channel for love, and that changes everything. That was The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav, broken down into its most powerful lessons in under 12 minutes. Which part resonated most with you? Authentic power, intuition, or emotional awareness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, make sure to like this video, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of life-changing books. Thanks for watching, and remember, when you live from your soul, every moment becomes sacred.